Namaste, welcome to Gentle Yoga. My name is Shelley and this is Roro. We'll do today some nice, gentle, slow-paced movement just to kind of work out any kinks, any stiffness, to loosen and limber, and to hopefully let some stress melt away and leave feeling more relaxed. So hopefully that sounds good. We're going to start out actually lying down on your back. Go ahead and lie down in Shavasana. Separate the legs, release the arms from your sides, turn the palms to face up. Feel the entire backside of your body connected to the mat beneath you. Let your weight sink down, supported by the earth that is beneath you. And just begin to notice your breath. Try to find the place in your body where you feel the breath the strongest. No right or wrong answers. Just becoming aware and noticing what's going on in your body in this moment. When you find the place where you feel the breath the strongest, just staying with that place, following the breath as it comes in, as it goes out. Over the next 3 breaths, we'll work to deepen, to lengthen the inhales and the exhales. Go ahead and exhale all the breath out so we start in the same place. And I'll take a deep inhale, filling the lungs, allowing the ribs to expand. Maybe the abdomen expands as well. And then exhale, squeeze all the air out, emptying the lungs. Twice more, inhale, filling up, expanding. And exhale, squeezing the lungs empty. Once more, all together, inhale. Exhale, emptying the lungs. Anytime you notice your mind travel to some other place, just gently bring it back to this nice and full breath. I'll remind you as we go as well. We'll start today with a full body stretch. We call it the Maha stretch, which means great. Bring the legs together. Interlace the fingers into Kali Mudra, so the index fingers are extended. Straighten the arms, and then reach overhead. Stretching from your fingertips to your toes, getting as long as possible through the body. Actively stretch on your inhale. On your exhale, let the body relax, but hold this basic shape. We'll do it again. Inhale, stretch from fingertips to toes. Exhale, relaxing. One more time, big inhale. Try to stretch your deepest of the 3. Nice and long, like you're being pulled in opposite directions. Exhale. Excuse me, return the arms to your side. Bring both knees into the chest for a hug. You can take the back of the thighs or you can grab the shins. Just squeezing the thighs in towards the abdomen, towards the chest. And then we'll circle the legs together. You can let the hands come onto the knees. Keeping the legs together, circle in one direction. And massaging the lower back and the sacral region. And then go the other way. Draw the knees back into the chest, give them a nice squeeze. Keep hold of the right leg, send the left leg down. So still, working to pull this right thigh into the right side of the rib cage. And then begin to circle at the ankle. Nice big, but slow circles. Ankle circles are a great way just to keep overall ankle health. And then go the other way a few rounds, nice big circles. Pointing the foot and flexing the foot. And you'll just go back and forth with those a few rounds. And then relaxing the ankle. Take the hands behind the thigh if they're not already. Squeezing the thigh in towards the rib cage, and we're just gonna warm the knee joint a little bit. So you'll extend the leg and bend it back in. Just on your own, a few rounds, extending and bending. Now point the toe to the ceiling, release the hands, stretch the leg long, try to touch the ceiling with the toe. So the leg is nice and long, extending, lengthening. Keep extending and lengthening as you lower the leg slowly down to the mat. And rest for a moment. So quite likely the right side feels a bit longer than the left side. We'll start where we did before, so bring both knees into your chest. Give them a nice squeeze in. We'll take a few more of those circles, so hands on the knees, and the legs stay together for this one. You just rotate in one direction, and rolling around the very base of the spine, the low back. Go the other way. Draw the knees back into the chest. And then send the right leg down. We're squeezing the left thigh into the rib cage. And we'll take the ankle circles on this side. Rotating in one direction, not too fast, take your time. And go the other way. the point and flex. Pointing the foot, flexing the foot. Back and forth. Relaxing the ankle. Take the hands behind the thigh, and we'll do a few of those leg extensions, just lubricating the knee joint. So gently extending the leg and then folding it back in. So you kick and bend, kick and bend. And now extending the leg to the ceiling and trying to touch the toe to the ceiling. Release the hands. Keep the leg long as you slowly return the leg to the floor. And rest a breath. Bring the knees into the chest. You can hold the thighs or the shins. Again, compressing the abdomen with the thighs. All these compressing actions are good for digestion, which is always important, but perhaps even more so at this time of the year, all the festivities. So option 2, round the back and bring the nose in towards the knees. Only if the neck and the shoulders and the upper back are feeling pretty good today, pretty healthy. Otherwise, keep the head down so they're supported. Like a little ball squeezing in. Return the head down. And place the feet behind the buttocks. Feet about 10 inches apart, hips width. Place the palms down beside you. And we'll do the moving bridge, rolling up and down the spine. We'll start off together, but then you can go at your own pace. So press into the hands and feet. Inhale, rolling up the spine, peeling the vertebrae away from the mat. And then exhale, rolling back down. Just keep that up. Let your breath be your guide. Inhales take you up. And your exhales return you down. Take one more. Rolling down the spine. Bring the knees into the chest and rock a few times side to side. Knees fall to the left side. Extend the arms out from your shoulders and either look straight up or look to your right side. back through to the center. Be sure the spine is nice and straight. Sometimes in the twist, the spine or the hips may shift slightly, so setting everything back to neutral. And then lowering the knees to the right side, looking up or towards the left shoulder. Back to the center, knees in to the chest. Place the right hand on the right knee, left hand on the left knee, and this time circle the legs away from each other. It's kind of a stirring or a rowing motion. And then go the other direction with the circles. Bringing the knees together, knees into the chest. Roll onto one side. Rest your head to your bottom arm. Stay for a full and deep breath. And then come on up to sit. Find a comfortable position that allows both sit bones to connect to the ground and then to lengthen the spine. We're just going to warm up a few more joints here, starting with the neck. So start to nod the head. A slight lift of the chin, slight tuck of the chin. Nice, slow, controlled movement. And bringing the chin back to neutral and going from side to side, shoulder to shoulder. Relaxing, head back to center. Lower your right ear down towards your right shoulder. You may rest the right hand on top of the left shoulder, just encouraging the shoulder to stay down. Lengthen and breathe along the left shoulder and down into the neck. Carefully return to center and switch. Come back up through the center. Roll the shoulders up and back a few times. Nice big circles. These circles are a great way to break up kind of stuck tension in the shoulders. Couple more. And then relax. Take the hands out in front. Make fists. And then extend the hands. Fists, extend. You might think of them as jazz hands. A little bit. Just stretching out the fingers. Okay. And then let the hands just be natural. Circle the wrists. And the other way. And then similar to what we did with the ankles, we'll flex and extend the wrists. So we'll flex and extend. Extend. Relax the hands and come onto all fours, hands and knees. You can always place a blanket or a towel under the knees. You can also double your mat over so it's a little thicker for this part. And from your tabletop, extend your right leg behind, tuck the toes under, and rock a few times forward and back. And then hold, pressing out through the heel. So you get a nice stretch on the back side of that ankle and definitely in that calf. Come forward so shoulders are over wrists once again. Walk the right foot to the left and then turn to look towards those toes. Let the right rib cage round out to the side. Come back through to center, tabletop position. And then extend the left leg behind, tuck the toes under. And just rock forwards and backwards a few times. And then holding, pressing out through the heel. Come forward again so shoulders are over wrists. Take the toes to the left side and then turn to look towards those toes. Let the left rib cage now round out to the side. Come back through to your tabletop and just tap the tops of the feet to the mat a few times. And then release that. Walk the big toes together, take the knees out wide, and come into your first child's pose. Seat to heels, hands forward, forehead down. Return to tabletop. Make sure the shoulders are over the wrists and the hips are over the knees. We'll take some cow and cat stretches. And so these flow from one to the other. We'll start with a cow pose. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the head and the tail. As you exhale, round the back, tuck the chin and the tail. And just keep going with your breath back and forth. The next time you round your back into cat stretch, go ahead and return to your neutral spine, tabletop position. And we'll prepare for a downward facing dog. Hands shoulder width apart, press down into the hands, legs hips width apart, tuck the toes, and lift the seat. Move the chest towards the thighs, and you can take any gentle, organic movement you like here. Return to hands and knees and come into your child's pose. Rest the arms, forehead down. One more round of downward dog. Come on to hands and knees. Tuck the toes, lift the seat. Often when you repeat a pose, it's a little more comfortable the second time. The body's a little warmer to the shape. Moving carefully to a standing forward fold. You can walk the feet to the hands, take as many steps as you need, or get there any way you wish. Once you're there, let the feet be apart. Bend the knees a good amount. Drape the torso over the thighs and just let the arms hang like a rag doll. You can sway yourself from side to side. Keep a good bend to your knees and roll yourself up to stand. Let the head come up last. Give the arms and shoulders a shake. Okay, from here, upward facing salute. So feet are parallel. Reach the arms straight up, turn the palms forward. Grow as tall as you can first, and then keep extending as you go back. Let the hips move forward. Lift open the chest, open the throat, looking towards the ceiling. Return to vertical. And one more time, folding over the legs. If you're ready to go a little deeper with this, you can walk the feet a little closer together. Maybe grab the backs of the calves or ankles and pull the chest into the thighs. Just let the head hang. Release the arms by your side. Keep a little bend to the knees and roll your way up to stand. Again, the head comes up last. We'll take some side bends from here. Interlace the fingers and press the palms away from you, and then stretch the palms up to the ceiling. Get nice and tall here. And then reach to the right side. Hips will go the opposite way. Back to center, grow tall. To the left. Stretch up through center. Go to the right. Center and left. Coming up. Release the arms. You can give the arms a little shake. Come into Pranayama. It's a variation of mountain pose. Feet parallel, hands to heart center. Draw the shoulders onto the back and close the eyes. Return your attention to your breath, exhaling out, and taking a nice deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Open the eyes. Turn to face one side and step the feet wide. So this way, even though you're stepping wide, feet are still on your mat. Bring the hands to the low back, hug the elbows in, and then lifting out of the waistline, go back. You have the hands here for support. Shift the hips forward. Lift the chest, lift the chin. You can always walk the hands further down the backs of the legs, just as that's in your practice today. Otherwise, keep them right where they are. Gently return to the center. Pause here to normal lines. And then we'll fold forward, folding from the hips. You can hold the outside of the calves, ankles, or the feet. Also option to bring the hands down to the mat. Carry the weight a little more forward in your feet, towards the toes, less in the heels. Align the hips over the ankles. Begin to lift the seat towards the ceiling. And then of course the head is hanging heavy towards the floor. Nice stretch down the backs of the legs as well as the length of the spine. Keep a little bend to the knees and return to standing. Extend the arms out from the sides. Take the left hand down towards the right foot. It might be on the floor, on the foot, or anywhere along the right side of the leg. And reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. So a bit of a forward fold, bit of a twist. Spine nice and long. And come up through the center, again, arms out. And now right hand to the left foot, or to the floor, or anywhere along the side of the leg. Left arm up towards the ceiling. And then make your way up through center. Release the arms and step the feet in. Give the legs a shake. We will practice the tree pose. So good balance requires concentration and practice. And good concentration requires practice. So we'll work on both here in this one pose. Anytime you're balancing, it is helpful to focus in on one point, and always best if that point is itself steady and unmoving. So place in the floor or in the wall, and then you hold your gaze there. Very difficult to balance when your gaze is moving all around the room. Start out standing on your left foot. Spread the toes, keep a little bend to your knee. And then bring the right foot inside. Toes can be down like a kickstand. Can be at the ankle or the calf, or up to the thigh. And if you have a wall nearby, you can practice near a wall, kind of letting the fingertips rest against the wall, but every now and then taking them away, just to test the balance. Hands either at the heart center, or extending overhead. Breath steady. Gracefully release the pose and switch sides. Again, taking your tree, spread the toes, keep a little bend in the standing knee. into pose. Shake out the legs. And then come down, have a seat on your mat. We'll take the seated back stretch. We're gonna do a variation of it first. Bend your knees a lot. Thread the arms under the thighs and grab onto opposite elbows. Kind of arch the upper back behind the heart center so the abdomen and the chest is glued to the thighs. Pull. So that's what we want, the upper body and the thighs glued together and the spine extending. So as long as you can hold on to those two things, the connection between upper and lower body and the long spine, walk your heels forward an inch or two. And then squeeze. So same thing. If you can hold on to those two things, the compression of the abdomen and the length of the spine, you walk the heels forward just a little more. And then release. And we'll do the more traditional pose. So if you need, you can bend the knees a little more to start. Reach up tall, and then extending, fold forward. So just like the last variation, abdomen and thighs connect and the spine is long. If you're more flexible in the backs of the legs, then you walk the feet further forward. Look towards your own legs so the top of your head reaches towards your feet. Nice and full breaths. Reach out through your arms and stretch up. Take the hands around behind you and walk the arms in towards each other. Lift the chest, lift the chin. And make your way back up tall. Janu Shirshasana. Fold your right foot inside of your left leg. We'll reach up tall, turn to the left so that when you fold, your chest comes down over that thigh. You can bend your knee in this pose. And again, top of the head towards the foot. Reach through the arms, come up. Lower the hands and switch the legs. Same pose to the other side. Reach up, turn so that you fold, chest over thigh. Reaching through the arms to come up. Release the arms. Bring the soles of the feet together, but have the feet forward. I want to create a diamond pattern inside of the legs. Hold on to the toes, leading with the chest, fold forward. Coming up. Bring the knees together and give yourself a hug. Wrap the forearms to the shins, pull the chest to the thighs, squeeze. And come onto your abdomen. Sphinx pose. Leg long behind you, tops of the feet down, and then set up on your forearms. Elbows under the shoulders. Draw the heart forward between the arms. Broaden the collarbones and look straight ahead. Turn your head to one side, relax. Cobra pose. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into the ribs, and then lift as high as you can without using the arms. Letting your back do the work. The legs and the feet stay down in this one. Lower down, turn your head to the other side and rest. Turn the chin to the center. Extend the arms beside you, face the palms up. This time lift everything you can off the floor, the head, chest, arms, and the legs. For one big breath, lift as high as you can. And release. Keep the legs together. Seat to the heels. A variation in child's pose. Arms by your side and forehead down. Up, extend the legs in front. Place the right foot either inside of the left leg or outside of the knee. If this makes you feel like you're tipping over, go ahead and keep it inside so you're nice and balanced. And a twist to the right side. Bring the right hand behind and the left arm across. Pull pull the low back in, lift the chest. Turn at the ribs and the shoulders. Try to see something behind you. And then hold and breathe. Turn forward, switch the legs, and then turning to the left, left hand behind, right arm across. And sitting up tall, lift through the crown, turn at the ribs and the shoulders. Pose. Lie down on your back for relaxation. So come into Shavasana once again. Legs apart, arms away from the sides, palms turned up. If you tend to get chilly here, you can always cover with a blanket or put on socks. Again, let the backside of the body sink down, heavy but supported into the earth beneath you. Know that you are supported here, so you no longer need to hold your own weight. Relaxing the feet, ankles and legs. Relax the hips and release the glutes. The hands relaxing, wrists, arms, and shoulders, no tension. The abdomen and chest, light, loose. Neck, back, and top of the head. Relax the face, release the jaw, the temples and forehead. Let the eyebrows gently pull apart and the eyelids relax. Rest in total relaxation. No thoughts, no sensations. Leave the body by itself. Leave the breath by itself. breath once again. And feel the physical body, fingers and toes, wrists, ankles, and all the rest. Come to a full body stretch with the arms overhead. And then bend the knees, turn to your side. And press your way up to a comfortable seat. Bring the hands to heart center. We'll close with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Breathe in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. Have a peaceful day and week. Thank you for sharing your practice today. And I wish you a happy and safe New Year holiday and the most amazing 2021. Fingers crossed. Namaste.